what today is! Not December 25th. Nope, that's right. Today, the day I'm recording this, is January 22nd, which means I'm almost a complete month late for my video, which means this is a punishment video. My punishment, as selected by my wonderful friends whom I appreciate and love, was I had to write 5 pages of single-spaced Twilight fan fiction. Hooray! But instead of making you sit here and watch me read off of a piece of paper, I've recorded an overview and you get to see random objects I find dance in the background. Huzzah! So without any further ado, my fan fiction.
Bella, I know you're in there. You cannot stay in bed all day again today. It's 3 in the afternoon, Bella. Get up, please. My dad's voice was muffled through the thick door. I pushed my dresser in front of it to keep him out, but today he hadn't even bothered to try opening the door. I supposed it had something to do with the myriad of random knickknacks I'd thrown at him yesterday when he tried. Was it yesterday? I couldn't quite remember. All the days blurred together after Edward had left. I clutched my chest as a wave of intense pain coursed through my entire body, bringing salty, wet tears to my eyes at the thought of him. Edward. My Edward. He'd left me alone and unprotected because he feared he was what I needed protection from. I knew he would never hurt me, but that wasn't enough to make him stay. I'm starting to get really worried about you, honey. My father broke through my thoughts. He'd been speaking all through my inner monologue, but I hadn't heard a word of it. Just leave me alone! I cried, turning away from the door and wrapping myself tighter in my covers. Why did it matter to anyone if I stayed in my room for the rest of my life? Life was meaningless now that the love of my life was gone forever. I must have dozed off because I woke to a hand reaching towards me. Terror and surprise struck me like lightning, and in a flash I was up and backing away. Or at least that's what I had intended to do, before my foot caught in my covers, causing me to trip out of bed and fall face first onto the floor of my bedroom. Instead of claws gripping my arms and fangs sinking into my flesh, the warm sound of laughter poured over my skin like honey. I righted myself, the flush coming to my pale cheeks, and turned to face the intruder. Jacob Black sat on my window ledge, gripping his side as he continued laughing. Well, hello to you too, he managed through bouts of laughter. His whole dark-skinned body shook as he gasped for air. What do you want, Jacob? I spat, gathering my blanket in my arms. I felt a bit guilty at the hurt look on his face, but I didn't apologize. Don't get all upset, Bella. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. It was just kind of... He moved his hands about as though he could catch the words he was looking for right out of the air. Kind of what? I asked, my voice thick with accusation. Jacob put his hands up in mock defeat, standing up from the ledge. Whoa there! When did you get so pissy? I apologized. I sighed deeply, my whole body moving with the effort. I wasn't angry with him. I didn't know why I was getting so defensive. I'm sorry, Jacob. I guess I lost some of my charm when I stopped talking to people. I dropped the blanket onto the bed, taking a seat beside it. He smiled, already forgiving me. By the way your dad made it sound, it's been quite a while since you've actually spoken to someone. He looked me up and down, not intimately or anything, but just enough to make me look down.
That's all I'm gonna make you listen to. If you, for some reason, want to read how it ends, I've left a link in the doobly-doo down below.